Okay, review problem 2.3. We're going to take a look at the negation of three statements. First, we'll take the negation of P implies Q. To do this, I'll first remember that P implies Q is logically equivalent to not P or Q. And then by De Morgan's laws, I can split this up as not the first and not the second. And then finally, by double implication, not P is the same as P, so P and not Q. And so the negation of P implies Q would be P and not Q. Next, we have not P or Q or R. I think I misstated that. Not P and either Q or R. Okay, by De Morgan's laws, this is the same as not P or not the second. And then this is not P or, then if I use De Morgan's laws here, this would be not Q and not R. And for the purposes of this exercise, I think that would be sufficient. However, it is possible to use the distributive property to split this up. This would be not P or not Q and not P or not R. So that's how that would split up using the distributive law. Okay, finally, the last one is to find the negation of P or Q implies R. Okay, now again, I can change a implication into an or statement. This would be not the negation of the first or the second. And I'm sorry, I forgot to put, the problem had not R here, I apologize. So let me start over. The negation of P or Q implies not R. That's the same thing as not the hypothesis or the conclusion. Okay, then applying De Morgan's laws, this would be not the first and not the second. And then by double negation, we have this is P or Q and R. And for the purposes of this assignment, that would probably be all right. If you wish to use the distributive law, that would also be fine. You can write this as P and R or Q and R. And that would be also correct. So that's how to find the negations of these three statements.